Isaiah chapter 66 verses 18 through 21. They shall bring all your brothers and sisters from all the nations. Thus says the Lord. I know their works and their thoughts, and I come to gather nations of every language. They shall come and see my glory. I will set a sign among them, from them I will send fugitives to the nations. To Tarshish, Put and Lud, Mosech, Tubal and Javan. To the distant coastlands that have never heard of my fame, or seen my glory. And they shall proclaim my glory among the nations. They shall bring all your brothers and sisters from all the nations as an offering to the Lord. On horses and in chariots, in carts, upon mules and dromedaries, to Jerusalem, my holy mountain, says the Lord, just as the Israelites bring their offering to the house of the Lord in clean vessels. Some of these I will take as priests and Levites, says the Lord. This reading is from the last chapter of Isaiah. All the nations of the world will come to know the one true God and will come to his temple in Jerusalem. It is important to note that God did not then nor now reside in one physical location, because he is everywhere. Acts chapter 7 verses 48 through 50. Yet the Most High does not dwell in houses made with hands, as the prophet says. Heaven is my throne, or what is the place of my rest? Did not my hand make all these things? Isaiah is reminding us of Isaiah 2:1-4 and Micah 4:1-4, which points out there is coming a time when there will be a universal recognition of the one true God. Isaiah 66 is an appropriate ending to the book that describes God lifting up the humble and judging all people. Verse 19, I will set a sign among them, from them I will send fugitives to the nations. This does not mean that God will be sending criminals to the nations of the world. Since we are on God's side, these fugitives would be called survivors of the Assyrian captivity. A more understandable verse is seen in the Revised Standard Version Catholic Edition and the New American Bible Revised Edition, in which both say, and I will set a sign among them, and from them I will send survivors to the nations. Some of these survivors will travel as missionaries to other parts of the world, to tell the Gentiles about God's glory. Some of survivors will even be selected as priests and Levites, and showing that all the nations will in fact be blessed through Israel. Verse 21 tells us how God calls his people to be priests. The commitment to priesthood isn't something you make on your own without receiving the call from God. God's calling to priesthood goes out to not only to Levites but also to Gentiles. Becoming a priest, Hebrews chapter 4 verses 14 through chapter 5 verse 4. Since then we have a great high priest who has passed through the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God. Let us hold fast our confession. For we have not a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who in every respect has been tempted as we are, yet without sinning. Let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. For every high priest chosen from among men is appointed to act on behalf of men in relation to God, to offer gifts and sacrifices for sins. He can deal gently with the ignorant and wayward, since he himself is beset with weakness. Because of this he is bound to offer sacrifice for his own sins as well as for those of the people. And one does not take the honor upon himself, but he is called by God, just as Aaron was.